Welcome to another Red Hunt video. Story 1. Am I the antagonist for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she insulted my fiancé? Hey Reddit, I recently found myself in a tough situation concerning my upcoming wedding and my sister. To give you some background, my sister and I have always had a complex relationship. While we were close during our upbringing, as we grew older, our differing personalities and lifestyles caused us to drift apart. My fiancé and I have been together for 7 years. And he truly is the love of my life. We got engaged 6 months ago, and the wedding planning has been in full swing. However, an issue arose during a family dinner a few weeks back. My fiancé was present, sharing a story about a recent hiking trip he took. He's really passionate about outdoor activities, and was enthusiastically recounting a challenging trail he conquered. Suddenly, my sister made a snarky comment, saying, "It's surprising you actually engaged in something requiring physical effort." She directed the comment straight at me. Ever since I started dating him, she's been mocking me for being with someone she considers a bit overweight. The table fell silent, and I saw the hurt on my fiancé's face. He shrugged it off, but I knew her words affected him. After dinner, I confronted my sister privately about her hurtful remark. She waved it off as a joke and suggested my fiancé was overly sensitive. This really bothered me, as her words felt like a direct attack on the person I love. I explained how vital my fiancé is to me, and how her comments wounded me. Fast forward a few days ago, I sent out wedding invitations to our close family and friends. Upon receiving her invitation, my sister texted, asking if she could bring her new boyfriend of 2 months as her +1. Considering a strained relationship, I decided that for the sake of intimacy and genuine support, I prefer to keep the wedding guest list more exclusive. I explained to my sister that we were having a small wedding, and couldn't extend +1s to individuals we didn't know well. She didn't take this news gracefully. She accused me of various things, like not sharing her happiness or wanting her to enjoy the day. Eventually, I reached my limit and told her she wasn't invited anymore. I reminded her of the hurtful comment she made about my fiancé, how that influenced my decision, and that she wasn't respecting my boundaries. She became defensive and claimed I was overreacting. Now she's spreading the word to other family members, portraying me as unreasonable and using her comment as an excuse to exclude her from the wedding. Certain family members have approached me, urging me to take the higher road and invite her, regardless of past tensions. So, Reddit, am I the one in the wrong for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she insulted my fiancé? Or should I set aside the past for the sake of family harmony and include her? Your sister's reaction to not being able to bring her new boyfriend as a +1 appears to be part of a pattern of disregarding your feelings. Your concerns about her not respecting boundaries are legitimate, especially given her history of insensitive comments. While it's unfortunate that her reaction has led to tension within the family, your choice to prioritize your wedding day's atmosphere and your own emotional well-being is understandable. Ultimately, the decision regarding your wedding guest list rests with you and your fiancé. It's a significant life event, and you should have the final say in whom you want to share it with. While family harmony is important, it shouldn't come at the cost of your comfort and the happiness of your special day. Not the antagonist. It's quite intriguing how your sister responded negatively when confronted about her actions not once, but twice: the chubby comment, and the refusal to accept a no to a +1. Yet, she's labeling you as oversensitive and overreacting. This seems like a case of projection. Your feelings, as well as your partner's, are completely valid, and you don't require her validation for them. Not the antagonist. You're absolutely right. A wedding celebration should be filled with people who genuinely share in your happiness. Furthermore, the phrase "be the bigger person" often seems to be a way of saying, don't challenge them on the inappropriate behavior, because it's your responsibility to pretend it's something positive. And every time they continue with this behavior, just keep pretending it's something good. Well, that's not acceptable. Not the antagonist. I'm actually considering a similar approach due to comments my sister made about my fiancé. This is your and your fiancé's wedding. You have the right to invite whomever you choose and decline a +1 request. It's your special day, and your opinions should matter most. Don't worry about office opinions. If you and your fiancé don't want your sister or her +1 there, it's your decision and that's final. Story 2. Am I the antagonist for telling my husband to get a job? My husband and I have been married for almost 4 years, and we've been together for 8 years in total. We have 2 young children who are both 2 years old. Around 2 years ago, we made the decision for my husband to become a stay-at-home parent. While I work 2 jobs, one full-time and one part-time, since my income is higher. During that time, my mother lived with us to help with the kids. I also hired help for tasks like yard work, pool cleaning, and weekly deep house cleaning, as these were tasks my husband couldn't manage. This arrangement worked for a while. When my mother decided to move out of state with my dad, we hired a nanny to work 36 hours a week, Monday to Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. While my husband still stays at home, he handles various chores from a pre-made list I've created, like doing laundry for the girls, loading and unloading the dishwasher, restocking diapers, changing diaper trash, and taking the trash to the curb. On Fridays, he takes care of the girls until 3 p.m., when a babysitter comes for our date night. Our daily routine involves both of us waking up with the kids. I change them and he warms up their milk. He takes over for about 30 minutes until the nanny arrives. After the nanny leaves at 5 p.m., we both feed the girls dinner and get them ready for bed. Weekends are a bit different. While a morning routine remains the same, I try to catch up on sleep for a few more hours, while he watches the kids. We then share childcare responsibilities for the rest of the day, although I sometimes need to work on additional tasks. He also watches the kids if I need to run errands or take some time for myself, like getting my hair or nails done. I've occasionally given him full-day breaks, and the household tasks typically take about 2 to 3 hours a day, on top of taking care of the kids. Occasionally, there are other tasks that need to be done, but I plan these well in advance for him, and they don't usually take up the entire day. I also contribute by doing several household chores, such as laundry and cooking dinner. Based on my calculations, he should have about 5 to 6 hours of free time each day from Monday to Thursday. He uses this time to go golfing once a week and work on an old car at least once a week. He also spends time playing his PlayStation. An argument arose when, on a Sunday after a difficult weekend, I mentioned to him, "At least tomorrow you'll be able to have a break." He responded, "No, you keep adding things to my list." After some discussion, I finally said, "All right, if you believe that the household chores are just as demanding and time-consuming as a regular job, then maybe you should get a job, and we can split the chores equally." He believes I'm being unfair, and that I'll come to regret it, considering he contributes a lot around the house. However, I have a clear understanding of what's involved. I created the list. And if he doesn't appreciate the downtime he has, I don't see a reason to continue with the current situation. So, am I the asshole? Your response to his comment indicates your willingness to address concerns and seek a fair distribution of responsibilities. Ultimately, it's a matter of mutual understanding and ensuring that each partner's needs and contributions are acknowledged. Considering the scenario, you're not the asshole. Your expectations are grounded in a reasonable understanding of your collective arrangement, and your concern about the balance of responsibilities is valid. It would be beneficial for both of you to engage in an open conversation to foster a clearer understanding and maintain a healthy partnership. You're definitely not the asshole. I'm really wondering what he spends his day doing if you're hiring a nanny and others to handle household responsibilities. It's important to acknowledge that stay-at-home parents typically take on parenting responsibilities and often carry the heavier mental load of managing the family. You're definitely not the asshole. He's essentially a stay-at-home partner with a nanny, which is quite surprising. A nanny? Seriously, it's hard to believe. I'd be willing to step up and be the stay-at-home partner if that's the setup.